This is perfect. Soon my experiment will be complete. And then... what the hell? What the hell was that? All I did was lace his friggin' drink with a new recipe for a laxative. What the hell? Alien Covenant, the sequel to Prometheus and the latest prequel to Alien. This is a good movie that's also a disappointment. That isn't to say you won't walk away satisfied, but don't expect this movie to live up to all your expectations going in. The story takes place sometime after the events of Prometheus and now focuses on a colony ship, the Covenant, in search of the planet Origai-6 to establish a new human colony. But along the way they find, in the tradition of the first Alien film, a distress signal which brings them to an unknown planet, which itself could actually be a better candidate than Origai-6. But things inevitably go tits up, explosions happen, and alien monsters rip their way out of people's backs and throats. In terms of style, it's actually nice to see the story go back to something more reminiscent of the original Alien film, even if it still has a foot heavily in Prometheus territory, you know, all pseudo-spiritual and artistic, but still actually getting into horror. And it's also nice to see a movie like this in so long that actually has some blood in it, that isn't exploitative. So at the very least, it's more true to the series' roots than, say, Prometheus was. As for the characters in the story though, I'd have to say they're really bland and one note, no one's really going to stick with you, but the actors actually give great performances as these characters. It's just a shame that there's nothing really memorable about them. I mean, the protagonist, the only thing I can really remember about her is that she's upset at the beginning of the film because her husband, who we don't see or hear anything about other than he was the captain, dies in a fire, and he's in a friggin' cryostasis pod, so we don't even hear him speak. So it's kinda hard to feel for her when we didn't know anything about that character. But the actor who easily steals the show is Michael Fassbender, as in a dual performance as the androids David and Walter. He's the character that will constantly pull you in and have you engaged, even if... Okay. Big problem with this movie is that it implies that the android David from Prometheus is the guy that created the xenomorphs all along, which just kind of sucks because his motivation isn't entirely clear, or why he's even pursuing this other than a desire to become his own species or more than what he really is. And it really just feels like Ridley Scott was just throwing crap against the wall and trying to see if this in particular sticks. If nothing else, at least the movie has plenty of enjoyable moments. A particular favourite of mine was this flashback scene of David unleashing the black goo from Prometheus all over this huge crowd of engineers, which was just an awesome scene, and the entirety of the film is complemented by some really great cinematography that really shows off the landscape of the engineer homeworld. Although I would have to say that the soundtrack is ultimately forgettable. You're not going to remember a single song from it, and the climax feels like a really loose fan film tribute to Alien. It just doesn't grab you as much as the climax of Alien or Aliens would have. Going into this movie, you just need to really know this. It's better than Prometheus, but it's not as good as Alien or Aliens. But still a step up over Alien 3 and far better than Alien Resurrection. If you're an Aliens fan or you're curious, yeah, give it a look. But I wouldn't exactly call this a must-see movie either. Hey, thanks for watching this video, really appreciate it. It was awesome to finally get it out. Up next I'm going to get my review of Get Out, as well as some other movie reviews that I've fallen behind on. And for game reviews, I'm going to get started on the review of Prey tomorrow, but for this month I'm going to be taking a look at Get Even, as well as going to be doing another showcase, this time on MMOs. So I got all that and more coming up, so stick around. Also, if you watched this on VidMe, then how about a tip or two if you enjoyed this video, or if on YouTube, then how about you like, favorite and subscribe. Thanks.